Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today we're going to be talking about what if Rekrap2, Rekrap1, or Parker, whatever you want to call him, joined MCC. Parker is a former Lifesteal member, but in this video I will be referring to him as Lifesteal, or at least he will be partially referred to as Lifesteal for multiple reasons. And he's a speedrunner now, mainly a member of Housebuilder Gang, which we'll also get into. And yeah, Rekrap2, you probably know of him because he's pretty prominent on YouTube. And, you know, if you're a YouTube watcher, you'll probably be familiar with Mr. Rekrap2. Either way, before we get into the actual content, the meat, beans, potatoes of this video, I noticed that I have mic static. I hope I fixed it. I already did this recording before, and I had a lot of mic static. So I hope it's gone. If it's not, I guess we'll find out. Either way, this is a clip, or I guess it was a clip from Parker's most recent Twitch livestream. However, he is mainly known for his YouTube shenanigans. Here's his main channel. He does quite a lot of different Minecraft stuff, and I watch quite a bit of his content. As you can see on this channel, I've watched a couple of things. I've watched some on my main. This calculator video is impressive AF. I really liked it. And yeah, Parker also very nice, very kind man. Okay, I've spoken to him once. It was a very pleasant interaction. We did team practice with Lewis, even though I was not part of the team, but I was there. We did practice, and it was great. Either way, he also has his second channel, Rekrap1. Yes, I know, confusing, where he also live streams sometimes. He live streamed the block wars I was just referring to on this channel as well, and also has streamed some of the speedrun things as of recent. But yeah, he also posts like more casual content on there, mainly like not like a let's. You could say it's like a let's play. It's more commentary. Sorry, not a let's play. Commentary content, and it's nice, good. I like. He does also famously not have Twitter, so this is the most Rekrap related post that I could find that is relevant, I guess, to this, perhaps. I mean, there's probably more, I just didn't do that much research. Parker is a member of HPG as of April last year, so he's been in there for quite a bit, and actually, HPG has featured in some of his content. In this calculator video, I think, was it Feinberg who was in this video? I know there was Feinberg in one of these videos at some point, and then Lifesteal was in this one, and then you have some of the other ones. I mean, he also plays on the public Lifesteal server. He's played the Aether mod, which is like a massive throwback. Either way, moving on, he ranks number 12 on the list that we are referring to for whatever reason. This is a very biased list, obviously, because it's just one person's opinion, but he ranks 12th. And the description says, recently becoming a part of the MCSR community has opened up his reach and team ability in the event. Partially true. Adding him to the event brings in two different audiences, and he has been shown to team successfully with people of lots of different communities. Also partially true. We'll get into that actually first before I get to the linked with. Also, side note, linked with, whenever there's a lot of people on the linked with, you can tell that a person's biased, or that this person's biased. It was Radoons who had this type of stuff, and I know that Parker had it too. So that's funny. Either way, he did become part of the MCSR community as of recent. That has slightly opened up his team ability. He's become familiar with some of the speedrunners, I guess. But in terms of MCC team ability, that doesn't really help a lot because Parker is a good player, as is marked with this star. Silver star, I think, is what they say, someone who will become like a consistent top 10 player, I think. Not like a Fire Breathman level, but like a step below type of level, which I can see. Parker is a very talented Minecraft player, so I could definitely see that. But yeah, adding him to the event brings in two different audiences. That is true. I mean, Lifesteal audience, as much as he's not part of Lifesteal anymore, the audience is still attached to Parker, and also the modern speedrunning community also is a big Parker support group, I guess. So that is good too. And sure to successfully with people of lots of different communities. I guess this is a single sample size pretty much, which is his most recent Block Wars team that I was referring to, the one on here, this pink team, where he had a team of a Housebuilder Gang member, a Spanish-speaking streamer, Jojo, who also is like a UC and Spanish. Kind of Shadoon and Jojo are kind of similar, but they in the current ecosystem of content creators do different things. And then False Symmetry from Hermitcraft, obviously. together with Parker, who at the time at least was seen as a Lifesteal SMP member. So yeah, it was a very interesting mix. I guess, I mean, it's been proven once at least that he's good with different communities. Would that mean that future ones also could work well? I think so. I mean, Parker is well known, at least in terms of the internal Block Wars team making team, to be someone who is very willing to team with people he's not familiar with. Because he doesn't really know that many people due to the lack of something like a Twitter or like, you know, his streaming activities are not very frequent, I guess. So the opportunities to cross over with other people are slim and infrequent, and that makes things difficult. So it's not really his fault. Would making a Twitter help? Yes. Should he do it if he doesn't want to? No. But either way, leaving that beside the point, let's look at the linked with. It says, MCC people being Fruitberries, Tapple, Shadoon, Jojo, False, Wally. Half of these people are from Block Wars, obviously. This is, I mean, I could see this being true. And in the other tier, there's all Lifesteal members, boost for HRG members, Mysticat, and he knows me too, obviously. And then they actually gave a team idea, which was Silver Runs, Rekrap2, Cup Fan, and False Symmetry, which I think on paper kind of makes sense. You'll see that the most recommended team I made for them, also my music just kind of disappeared. Anyways, the most recommended team I made for Parker is kind of like that, just doesn't have silver on it because I wouldn't really expect 2 good players to be added like in a short time frame, unless it's like a rookies, no, not rookies, rising, underdogs, whatever. Anyways, moving on. Parker has played 4 Block Wars events, and he's done pretty well. I mean, his event rank average is 10, as of recent, getting into the top 10 on his Block Wars 8 team, which was a very strong team, so you could argue that maybe he was boosted. Jesus Christ! Maybe he was boosted or not. Okay, looking at his stats. Parker is a movement and like miscellaneous oriented player, I think. I mean, Spleef is miscellaneous. Race and Move are the movement games. Construction, it's like a niche skill that I guess doesn't really I guess it's block placing maybe a little bit. Extraction's obviously PvP and order up team based. Blitz Hunt, I mean, he did decent. So overall, not bad. Obviously, not bad at all. Definitely could be. He has a lot of pop-off potential, and in terms of Block Wars, he has performed well in the movement games and stuff like Spleef. What has he not done well in? Party has been decent. Battle has been decent. Sky Zone, we don't count Sky Zone. And then this is Blitz Hunt. Blitz Hunt, I mean, it's partially RNG, so, or luck-based rather. So, I don't know. Either way, comparing that to like Fruit, who obviously Fruit's a little bit better, but he's a speedrunner, so it's somewhat comparable a little bit. In MCC, I think Parker would do well at. It kind of depends, honestly. I'm not really sure. I think in PvP he won't be bad, because I mean he is a Lifesteal member, so you kind of have to be at least half decent at PvP to be on the Lifesteal SMP, right? There's no shot he's not half decent at PvP. So maybe he would do pretty decent at like a Sky Battle or like a Battle Box or like a SG. I think Rock's Refresh, it just depends on his Elytra experience. I don't think Lifesteal has had that much, or that many Elytra moments. I could be wrong. Maybe it has. Tickets aside, I think he could do pretty decent at. I think he'll be pretty solid at that. Ace Race, I think he'll do. He would be good at. Hole in the Wall is a learning curve, and it kind of just continues as such downwards. Grid Earners, I think he could be pretty good at because he has good problem-solving skills. So he could be good. And then Bingo, he's a speedrunner. So Bingo and Grid Earners could be pretty solid, and like Ace Race, Tickets aside, I think could be pretty solid. So yeah, that's that. And that leads us to the teams that I made. Now, because Parker has very limited connections, these teams will be mostly comprised of people he doesn't know, especially the final team. Starting off at the top, it's pretty much the recommended team that this person made, but with Fruit instead of Silver. So the team is Parker, Fruit, Cub Fan, and False Symmetry. Partnering? Hold up. duoing, I guess Parker and Fruit would be good as an introduction. I think Cub and False would make for a very fun combo, very reliable combo on the first event experience, and Parker is at least familiar with everyone on this team, so that's good. Moving on, next up, I mean, you gotta have a Scott's Major team somewhere. Throw in JoJo from their past Blockers team. I think Scott and Shelby would make for very fun teammates, and I think this combination would be good vibes. Kind of same applies to Yellow team. Parker and Shane are familiar with each other, whether that's Hoplite or whether it's a different reason. And I think Jem and Jimmy would suit this team well. Also, I mean, to be fair, the Lifesteal audience would probably still love to see the Hermitcraft and Lifesteal crossover, even if Parker isn't an active Lifesteal member. He does still, he's still attached to the server. So, that'll be a fun crossover. This Lime team is a team full of people he should be familiar with at least. Ant-Man and Michael is a duo separate from this. I think in combination this should work well. It makes good use of pairing all these people with each other and also giving Parker a team full of people he knows. This green team, Bad Boy Halo is the unfamiliar player here, I guess, on the team. However, Parker is a family-friendly creator, and he has made content with Harvey in the past. I think he either was in a Skeppy video, maybe he's made content with Skeppy, so that team should work pretty well too. Even without Parker, this team already works well. Cyan team is the content team. I mean, Parker, I think, has made an appearance in a Tommy Innit video before. I know Toby and Parker know each other. I think, yeah, Parker's played in a Tubbo event, I think, maybe before, in a Tubno event. I think Jack Manifold works separate from Parker. I think just in combination, this should be fine. Aqua team, a little bit more experimental, I guess. I mean, it's still family-friendly, and if it's a family-friendly creator, gotta give him Captain Sparkles. I think it just makes for an interesting combo. Blue team is like, you got Pete, who I mean, they could know each other. I don't know. I didn't really check. They could know each other from House Builder Gang. And you add 2 pack members on there. First of all, I mean, putting Pete with pack members would be nice. And I think Parker fits the vibe. So, good. Nice. Next up, purple team. You got Wally Bear, Awesome Dude, and Vigumiho. I think this would just be an interesting, more different type of combination and vibe. But I think it should work out pretty decently well. And then pink team, I was like, I could just throw in Ludwig. I could just throw in whoever. I decided to play into Parker's personality and give him a team of people who I think he would work with, because they're all tactical players, alright? They're all smart and tactical. They're not like your PvP sweats. They're not your parkour sweats, obviously, because they don't play Minecraft. They're not mega tryhards. They're just smart and strategical. And I think that would work very well with Parker. And that's why he's teamed with 5UP, Box, and Disguised Toast. I think that would be such a good vibe. As much as the combination crossover, besides maybe Parker and 5UP, because 5UP is relatively well integrated into the Minecraft YouTube scene, but Box or Toast interacting with Parker doesn't really make sense. But would it be interesting? Of course it would. So that's why it's a team. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. Which team is your favorite? Thoughts on Parker to join MCC perhaps, and also if you have any ideas for who Parker should be teamed with if he were to be given the chance, let me know. Then finally, let me get to the conclusion, and in the meantime let me just give you some gameplay to look at. Hello? Oh, the VOD ended. Okay, so conclusion: should Parker, or what if Rekrap2 joined MCC? Should Parker get added to MCC? My conclusion is, if it was up to me, and I was biased, yes. However, in terms of making sense as a newcomer in MCC, connections-wise, he is a little bit behind, unfortunately. And MCC, in my opinion, is more of a friend event with content creators than a content creator event. So it wouldn't really make sense to add in someone who isn't super familiar with the roster. I do really think that Parker is a unique type of player to add, as he does represent 2 very underrepresented communities at the same time, being lifestyle and modern speedrunning. And I think it just makes for a very fun combination. Also, Parker's super easy to team with people. So, like I said, he gets my personal vouch. But I think if you pick good players to add to the event, Parker probably doesn't rank super high as of right now. Hopefully things change though, because Parker, like I said, is someone I would love to see and hopefully if Rising comes around again, he'll be, maybe he'll have a team that has a great chance to get in. I was hoping his last team got in, but it unfortunately did not. So yeah, he has my vouch, but do I think he'll be added to MCC soon? Probably not. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all later, and goodbye.